Hey everybody, it is a Monday, and I thought I would do a quick reading and writing update for you all. So I have finished The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I'm not going to do a full video review of that one. I will talk about it some in the context of Percival Everett's James, which I'm currently reading and I'm halfway through. But I don't really know if I need to do a full review on The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. The only thing I'll say from the last time when I was talking about it is I did find a lot of charm in it. I find a lot of charm in Mark Twain's writing, especially when he is in the headspace of Huck or a child. Because I think that's really where like some of his wit really comes out and the way that Huck views the world. And I really found that very charming. What was less charming, obviously, is just the rampant, depiction of casual racism, the use of slur words over and over. I tried to take a sort of academic approach to it, but I could only remove myself so much, and it really did affect my enjoyment of the story overall. Also, from a storytelling perspective, I really thought it worked pretty well, although I think it became a little repetitive, after the raft escapes X number of times. And there is a section at the end when Tom Sawyer pops back up, spoilers for a 1884 novel, he pops back up and it's really just one joke. And the joke is that Tom Sawyer wants to make everything more complicated. I had some issues with this because it wasn't funny, it felt interminable, and it's really cruel to Jim. So I'm really interested to see how James really kind of tackles that section of the book, because it really towards the end, I was like, I just want this book to be done, because it also felt kind of long. So yeah, I think I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads. Mark Twain's legacy is not going to wilt under my criticism. I just, there's things I liked about it. There was things I didn't like about it. Then I read Haunted Love, which I did a full review on. Kind of like Mark Twain. There's a lot of charm here. There's a lot of things I liked. What brought it down was the rampant misogyny that is kind of part and parcel to some of these books in this 1950s era, unfortunately. But it did feel like this collection in particular just felt like every woman was not well depicted. As I mentioned, I have started on James. I'm like halfway through James. I am zooming through this. I am loving it. It is incredibly readable. The opening line is so great. I'm going to talk about it when I do the full review of it, but it just sets the tone so well, and it's just so fascinating. I can't wait to talk about this book. I've also been reading Mariana Enriquez's A Sunny Place for Shady People. That's part of Alfred's Fable Book Club. I think I'm halfway through that book about. I am listening to it on audiobook, which is why I'm not exactly sure how far I'm in. And I've been enjoying it quite a bit. Like any collection of short stories from pretty much any writer, it is sort of a mixed bag, stuff that works for me, stuff that maybe doesn't as well. But I'm really enjoying reading more of Enriquez's writing because I really like her style. Up next, I'm actually thinking about kind of doing a little bit of a swerve from the TBR. I've got 2 more books on my TBR to read. I kind of kept it light, although I'm reading tons of books, picking up some of the stuff from October and other things. Yeah, I'm not going to read either one of those books just yet, because I'm going to read Orbital by Samantha Harvey. This won the Booker Prize. I picked this up recently in a book haul video I did. I just really am intrigued by this. I want to read it now, kind of right after James, because knowing they were both up for the Booker Prize, I think that would be interesting. And it's a very short book. It's short and tiny, so I don't think this will take very much time at all to read. And then I can get back to the last 2 books on my TBR. Writing-wise, it's a very quick update. I have been working on my unnamed novel. I mean, I have a name. I just haven't told you what it is or what it's about. And I'm going to keep it that way for a little while longer. But I wrote 1 more chapter. It wasn't huge for a week, to write 1 more chapter. I've definitely not gotten back into the full flow of actually writing out stuff. But I have been thinking about it and sort of head writing a great deal. So I'm actually going to sit down tonight and try to get another chapter out, which is a little bit of a tricky chapter, which is why I haven't really rushed into writing it, because I've been sort of figuring out the logistics between my notebook and my head. And I think I've got it down. I think I've got what I want to do. So I'm really excited to get to that. That's been my week. I hope this week treats you well. Be kind to yourself, and I will talk to you very soon.